For once, I'm doing the landscape version of recording, so I believe this will process far better on YouTube. But okay, I've spoken about patterns before, and I need to make this remind video because you need to get this. I'm not teaching on YouTube for entertainment. I'm here to instruct you. I'm here to inform you, and I'm here to inspire you. And I'm here to correct you when you're wrong also. Yes. So, about patterns, it goes like this. When the paranormal wants to get on hold on you, they will seek to draw you in a pattern. Because the paranormal can only function through patterns and cycles. Okay? Look, let's say your car broke down and your mother, who's in her 70s, says, "It's the devil that did it." People may look at her and say, "Oh, she's just an old church lady. She's a bit frustrated by all the preaching she's heard." Come on, your car broke down because, well, you've used the car a lot and it didn't have much gasoline in it and there was a lot of heat outside. So the system malfunctioned. Now, let's say that's the case, that your car breaking down had nothing to do with the paranormal. Okay, because let's say it was the weather circumstance. That can happen. But then you find out later that the day your car broke down, there was this businessman that came to your work. And he was there to socialize with folks. That day you were later at work, your boss didn't mind. But here's the thing. You find out that that guy, that businessman, was active in the field you want to invest in. So it's later when you reflect on the situation, you realize, hold on a minute. This was a hinder from the enemy indeed. My mom was telling the truth. It was the devil doing it. Or she says the devil, but it's the paranormal. But the paranormal follows the devil. You get what I'm saying here? So when you look at the incident, you will see either mechanical or natural causes. You won't see anything spiritual about it. But when you look at the context and the timing, you often notice, hold on a minute, this seems like a pattern. And then you remember in the past that often you were in a traffic jam, or maybe your mobile phone malfunctioned and broke down. You begin to remember many times when one of your stuff malfunctioned, and at the same time that it malfunctioned, there was an opportunity for you somewhere. Now you see that it's a paranormal pattern. There is a principality of failure that's working against you to keep you trapped in a cycle of relief seeking. And then you think about it and you realize that that same principality is also working against your grandfather, because your grandfather also had what they call bad luck often. And you realize that your grandfather spoke 10 languages. He was very bright, but he never managed to make use of his talents, and nobody else in the world was able to benefit nor learn from his talents. And you, when your grandfather was still alive, you were thinking, what a shame, what a waste. Now you see that that same generational pattern is working out to you. So what do? Now? You break the pattern. Instead of waiting till an opportunity comes by, you go out and look for the opportunities. You make the opportunities. By being active like this, you are stepping out of the pattern. Now the principality of failure may still try to trap you, but it will be very difficult, or better said, impossible for those demons to do it because you're active. Another example can be that you moved to a new place and there are issues with the neighbors, and not the neighbors directly, but the neighbors at the other side. But then you really remember that when you were a kid, you moved 5 times between ages 8 and ages 15. And you remember that your parents always had issues with neighbors. And now that you're 25, you're on your own, Now there are issues with neighbors again. But you think, hold on a minute. I don't know those people. Why do those people bother with me? What's their issue with me? It's not really those people. Those people are involved, don't get me wrong, they are involved. But it's evil spirits using them to trouble you. Why? Because there was a spirit of unrest that was haunting your parents. That's why they weren't at ease in any house they lived. And that same spirit wants to remain on you. So that evil spirit, together with some other demons that assisted evil spirits, they're now they're now pro, they're now are emitting negative thoughts about you into the minds of those people, and those people don't know that those thoughts aren't theirs. So because they have bad thoughts about you, they want to know why they have those bad thoughts about you. So they think there must be something wrong with you. So now they are examining you, and you think, why are those people examining me? It's the evil spirits using them to keep you in that same pattern that your parents were in. Oh, you follow me now? The same thing. If often people can't stand you, but they can't explain why, it's demonic. Now, those people are responsible for the negative energy that they emit towards you. They are. Even if it's an evil spirit that used them, they need to realize that what they did towards you was dangerous, that they operate in offense, they operate in negative energy, they should look for deliverance. It doesn't excuse them. They must look for safety. They're not responsible for the demon using them, but are responsible for seeking deliverance from having another demon using them in the future. They are responsible for seeking a solution, also on your behalf, because they were the ones who used against you, and they're the ones that were there acting out against you. If it often happens to you, people just can't stand you for no reason, it's demonic. Straight up. So again, if your car breaks down, don't think immediately, oh, it's a demon. I'm not teaching you that. You have people that lost their minds and think that there's a demon behind every bush. I'm not teaching that. Look at the pattern. When you notice a pattern, step out of it. I'm telling you, step out of it. Do not ignore it. So don't just look at the incident, look at the context. Too often we focus on the incident and we want to get rid of the incident, or want to move away, or we want to move on from the incident, but we are still stuck in the context, not being aware of it. Look at the context. That's it for now. Agree with Christ and be at peace.